You're getting played and you don't even know it. You know that feeling when you walk out of a deal and realize you just got finessed harder than a kid trading a Charizard for a Weedle? Yeah. Welcome to the world of negotiation. Every day, whether you're asking for a raise, buying a car, splitting a pizza bill, or begging your landlord to fix the sink that's been leaking since the Obama era, you are negotiating. And most of the time, you're losing. Why? Because the people who win don't just talk, they use psychological mind games on you, straight Jedi tricks. And the worst part? They work. Chris Voss, ex-FBI hostage negotiator, literally wrote in, "Never split the difference that negotiation is not logic. It's emotional judo." William Ury and Roger Fisher in Getting to Yes broke down decades of conflict resolution research showing that humans don't make rational deals. We make deals that feel good, even if they're objectively dumb. And Robert Cialdini in Influence proved we're walking bundles of biases, ready to be manipulated like NPCs in a cheap video game. So today, I'm going to expose the 5 psychological mind games top negotiators use to always get the upper hand. You'll recognize them instantly because they've been used on you already by bosses, salespeople, Tinder dates, and maybe even your mom. Buckle up. Let's count them down. Anchoring. The first number always wins. Here's a dirty little secret. The first number thrown out in a negotiation hijacks your brain like malware. It's called anchoring, and psychologists Amos Tversky and Daniel Kahneman first documented it back in the 1970s. Even when people know the anchor is arbitrary, their counteroffers orbit around it like planets stuck in gravity. Example, you're buying a car. The dealer says, "This baby goes for $30,000. Boom, anchor planted. Even if you bargain down, you'll probably end up near that number. If they had said $22,000 first, your brain would have recalibrated the entire negotiation around that. Same car, different starting point, totally different outcome. Chris Voss admits in FBI hostage cases, dropping an anchor was essential. Terrorists say, "We want $10 million. Even if the negotiator knows that's insane, the anchor sets the mental frame. Countering at $100,000 suddenly feels reasonable, even though it's 1/100th of their demand. And you're not immune. Research shows anchoring works on judges, doctors, even real estate agents. One study, Northcraft and Neal, 1987, gave agents random listing prices. Even the pros couldn't escape the anchor's pull. So how do top negotiators weaponize this? They drop the first number, and they drop it hard. High if they're selling, low if they're buying. Then they sit back and let your brain do the rest. How do you defend yourself? Simple. Refuse to play on their anchor. Counter-anchor aggressively or reset the frame with facts. If someone says $1,000, don't politely dance around it. Say, "Let's be real. The range for this is $400 to $500. Slam down your own anchor. Otherwise, you're just orbiting theirs. Mirroring. Copycats win friends and influence people. You know that weird thing when someone repeats your words back to you and suddenly you feel weirdly understood? Yeah. That's not empathy. That's mirroring, and it's manipulative as hell. Chris Voss swears by it. In hostage negotiations, he'd repeat the last few words someone said. Terrorist. "We want proof you're taking us seriously." Voss. "Taking you seriously?" Pause. Suddenly the guy keeps talking, spilling more info, feeling heard. Why does it work? Social psychology calls it the chameleon effect. Chartrand and Barg, 1999, showed people unconsciously like others who subtly mimic them. Copy someone's posture, tone, or words, and they feel rapport without realizing why. It's subconscious flattery. Top negotiators mirror to lower your guard. You say, "I just don't know if this price works." They go, "Doesn't work?" You ramble, you justify, you reveal your limits. Congratulations, you just gave away leverage while thinking they're listening to your soul. It also works physically. Ever notice good salespeople subtly adopt your body language? If you lean back, they lean back. If you nod, they nod. Your brain registers them as similar and therefore trustworthy. Boom, deal tilted. How do you fight it? Notice it. The second you catch someone parroting your words or copying your vibe, realize they're running game on you, and don't overshare just because you feel heard. Keep your mouth shut. Silence is scarier than you think. Framing. Control the window, control the deal. Imagine I offer you two glasses of water. One's 90% pure, the other's 10% contaminated. They're literally the same thing, but which one do you pick? Exactly. That's framing. Negotiation pros know that how you present a choice matters more than the choice itself. Kahneman and Tversky's prospect theory showed people are loss averse. We hate losing twice as much as we like winning. So frame a deal as avoiding loss, and people will cave. Car dealer says, if you don't buy today, you'll miss the rebate. Realtor says, if you wait, this house will be gone. Boss says, if you don't take this promotion, someone else will. None of these are logical. All are framed to hit your loss aversion bias. Robert Cialdini calls this scarcity, add urgency, and humans panic like they're buying Taylor Swift tickets. Amazon slaps only two left in stock, and suddenly you're negotiating against your own wallet. Top negotiators also reframe options to their advantage. Say you're arguing salary. You want $80,000. They say, think about the benefits package. It's worth another $20,000. Same money framed differently. You walk out feeling like you won. How do you defend yourself? Always flip the frame. If someone says you're losing out, reframe, no, I'm keeping flexibility. If they frame a raise as too expensive, frame it as an investment in retention. Whoever frames the story controls the ending. Reciprocity, give a little, take a lot. This one's sneaky because it feels so human. Someone buys you coffee, you feel obligated to get the next one. Someone gives a concession in a negotiation, you feel compelled to reciprocate. That's reciprocity bias, and Cialdini proved it's one of the strongest weapons of influence. In one classic study, Reagan 1971, a guy bought participants a soda. Later, when he asked them to buy raffle tickets, they were way more likely to agree, even if they didn't like him. The free soda hacked their brain. Top negotiators use this constantly. They give you something small, extra info, a tiny concession, a special favor, so you feel guilty not giving back. Car dealer throws in floor mats. You suddenly feel more generous on price. Boss says, we'll give you flexible Fridays. You feel bad asking for more money. Chris Voss calls this calibrated concessions. Give them something cheap, extract something expensive. It's asymmetrical warfare, and you're losing. How do you defend yourself? Recognize false gifts. If a concession costs them nothing, don't feel indebted. Floor mats? Please. That's pennies compared to the thousands you're about to drop. Say thanks and keep negotiating. The Batna mind game. Power comes from walking away. This one isn't sneaky, it's nuclear. BATNA stands for Best Alternative to a Negotiated Agreement. Fisher and Urey coined it in Getting to Yes. Translation, whoever has the stronger backup plan holds the power. If you've got 3 job offers, you negotiate salary like a god. If you've got 0, you'll take peanuts. If you can walk away, you're untouchable. If you can't, you're toast. Top negotiators weaponize their BATNA by flaunting it. We have other buyers. Other candidates are lined up. Even if they don't, just suggesting alternatives makes you feel like you've got no leverage. That panic, that's you negotiating against yourself. Chris Voss warns, never go into a deal without knowing your BATNA. Otherwise, you're negotiating from desperation, and desperation leaks through your voice like garlic breath. How do you defend yourself? Build options. Always. If you're job hunting, apply to 10 roles, not 1. If you're dating, don't hinge your life on a single situationship. Options are leverage. No BATNA equals no power. Mind games are everywhere. So let's recap the 5 psychological mind games top negotiators use to get what they want. Anchoring. First number wins. Mirroring. Fake empathy unlocks your secrets. Framing. Same deal, scarier packaging. Reciprocity. Give cheap, take expensive. BATNA. Walkaway power crushes desperation. The scary part? These aren't exotic FBI tricks. They're everyday hacks being used on you constantly by salespeople, bosses, politicians, even your friends. And until you notice them, you're basically handing over your wallet, time, and dignity on a silver platter. But here's the good news. Once you see the game, you can play it too. Drop your own anchors, mirror strategically, reframe aggressively, give small, take big. Build your BATNA. Suddenly, you're not the sucker. You're the one running the board. So the next time someone tries to Jedi mind trick you in a negotiation, don't panic. Smile, because now you know the playbook. And if you don't, well, enjoy being the guy who traded Charizard for Weedle. Like the video? Cool. Don't like it? Even better. That's one less negotiator I have to compete with.